Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and a very happy new year, especially to those of you where this is the first video you're seeing on the channel for this year. In fact, it is already the third video that I am posting for 2023 because this is day number 9 of our 12 days of Christmas or 12 more days of Noel series, which is of course piggybacking on our 24-day Advent series, which was so much fun. By the way, there is still time for you to watch that playlist and then answer a multiple choice quiz to be entered to win some of the goodies from those Advent boxes, and I will probably go ahead and throw in some of the awesome items from these 12-day boxes as well. I'll use a random number picker, but I'm going to take the top scorers from that quiz, and you will find that quiz linked for you in the No Bot Nook, yes, but also in the last 3 days. So you want to look at the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th, but the questions come from that entire series of videos. The deadline is January 4th, by the way, but all the details are in the form itself. But back to our 12-day series, because that's what we're doing right now. I actually selected 4 different boxes. Most of them were not sent to me for review, but a lot of them do also have a subscription component, so you may have already seen the brand on my channel, and I might have some discount codes for you. Those will all be in the description box below. You always want to look at the description box, you guys. That's where all the good links and coupon codes are. But to the one that we are focusing on today is Once Upon a Book Club, which I will highlight and focus on a little bit more. This is our last round because each of the boxes basically gets highlighted 3 different times. So I would love to hear from you in the comments below what your favorite item was for today, what it's looking like your favorite box was from this 12-day series, what your favorite box was with the 12-day series and the Advent series. I would love to hear that as well. And if you would like to see these series again, because towards the end of this year, it's weird to say that now, towards the end of this year, of course, I will be asking for your help in deciding what boxes we will include in the next round of this fun double day marathon that I've just been on, because I will probably bring back some of our favorite boxes and of course try to find some new ones because I do like a nice diverse array of boxes. For example, in this 12-day series, we have a jewelry subscription, a bookish a jewelry box that also has a subscription, a book box that also has a subscription, a self-care box that is from a sort of sleep focused company. They do a lot of BAMBLU products, which I think is really fun. It's kind of a new brand to me. And then of course we also have our BIRDMOSS box, which has a monthly subscription that I review on the channel, which is just so unique and so different. So again, I would love to hear your comments, hear your thoughts. And again, thank you so much for such a fantastic 2022. Let's get into 2023. All right, so here is what the box looked like. I think I was just stalling because I didn't want to pick up the box because it is so big and so heavy. So just like their monthly boxes and their limited edition boxes, it is fashioned to look a lot like a book. So you're going to get a lot of glare from my lights as well as the outdoors. But it was so hefty. It was $149.99, but guys, just the shipping alone I feel like was probably a good $50. So just doing the quick math on that, that means each of our gifts we paid basically $12.50 for, which is pretty good considering that we know that 4 of the gifts in this box are going to be novels, and so far we've already gotten some hardcovers, which you know are also usually over $20 in value. I'm not sure about the value on the other gifts that we've gotten so far. Some of them have been quite nice. A lot of them have been made for the box. Usually I don't feel like the quality is like awesome, but I think the concept of this box is so much fun, and I do think it is definitely an improvement from when I did their Advent box, you know, a few years ago. And they do market it as an Advent box or a countdown box, even though it's not necessarily Christmassy. They are saying that it has a value of over $400 though. So doing that math, I don't necessarily think that the average value of the gifts in this box are around $35. Like I just don't. But again, with the shipping and just the experience of it, I think it is really fun. So it says our Advent calendar recipients will receive a novella of about 200 pages. It was actually about 250 pages, featuring 12 short stories, each 10 to 15 pages long. In fact, they ranged from let's see, 12 pages. That was the last story. It was pretty short, all the way up to 31 pages. So it does definitely a little bit more time intensive than I thought, but a nice little oasis in your day if you really are doing it one story and gift per day. It says each story is written by a different author who wrote these tales specifically to bring our selected gifts to life. As you read each short story, you'll be prompted at key moments within them to open the corresponding gift for the day. These gifts are all incredibly useful, beautiful items, perfect for the bookworm in all of us, definitely bookish gifts. These gifts are not Christmas themed, only the wrapping is wintry to match the season, and each item can be used and enjoyed year round. So I don't know that I totally agree with that. I have been, like I said, pleasantly surprised by this round of this box, but the value, the $400 value for me personally isn't there, but I do really enjoy it. And I love the diversity of the stories that they have included in this book, which you can see, like, it's a significant book. I don't consider it a novella. It's more of an anthology of stories because they are all disparate. They all have some of them are more serious. Some of them feel a little more historical. Some of them feel a little more mystical, magical fantasy. Some of them feel a little bit more young adult, but I have enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed reading the little bios from each of the authors in the back, and there's like some teen authors. I've been really impressed with the writing. So even when it's like not necessarily like my cup of tea, it's a short story, so I can get through it and enjoy it, right? All right, so let's take a look at what we had for day number 9. 9 started on page 169, and I did make like a little cheat sheet where I have like a one-word description of each story because the titles weren't the most evocative. Like, you know, I don't want the title to give it away, but I also want the title to give me a quick reminder of what the story was about. So this was Through Thick and Thin by Jenna Marie Henley. So it's told, we go back and forth in time. Let me see if I can find the bio on Jenna Marie Henley. So Jenna, let's see, where are you? Jenna Marie Henley is a teen writer who developed a love of reading and writing at a young age. She mainly focuses on writing historical fiction novels. However, she's also branched out to write many short stories of various genres. Outside of writing, Jenna loves riding her horse, spending time with her dog and cats, baking for her friends and family, and working on her artwork. So a very talented and diversely skilled young lady, which I think is kind of cool. But I really liked this. So this is about Audrey, and she has moved to a new school, a very posh school, where all the kids are pretty snotty, but she does find a friend named Cora, and unfortunately this is the last day of school before winter break, and she is not on speaking terms with Cora, her friend, because Audrey's dad actually works for Cora's dad, and unfortunately Audrey's dad has been accused of stealing something from the company, and so everyone is sort of ostracizing Audrey as well. She finds some solace in working as a volunteer at her local library, where she kind of engages on a little bit of a detective element of the story, because someone starts leaving notes for her on this vintage library card that she's got in her locker, sort of encouraging her by sending her to different classic novels throughout the library, encouraging her to dig a little bit deeper into her father's story and help him find an alibi, essentially. And it's pretty cute. This was one of the ones that I did really enjoy this one. So let me see if I can find the gift that came on page 190. And for this one, because it was printed by Once Upon a Book Club, not that other one, you guys. By the way, we are doing a book club over in the Nobot Nook, so if you haven't already signed up for that, do get in on it very, very soon. They didn't have to put sticky notes inside. They were able to just highlight the passage and then put an image of a sticky note that alerts you to open your gift. And honestly, you guys, I haven't opened the gifts for the last few stories. I was kind of reading like 1 or 2 stories a night, and then I just kind of finished the last 5 like all in one fell swoop. So let's see. As she walked into the library the next day, Audrey sighed. She knew better than to expect to find anything in her locker. She was on her own, though she couldn't seem to put the last few pieces together. Still, Audrey couldn't resist checking her locker. Preparing herself for the disappointment of finding nothing, she put in the new key and unlocked her locker. As she pulled it open, she was surprised to see a small white makeup bag fall out at her feet. With a gasp, Audrey reached down to grab it. She looked in confusion at the small makeup bag, a library card design sketched on top. It looked looked almost exactly like the one she had sketched, Audrey realized. Feeling something inside, she unzipped the top and pulled out what lay in the pouch. Audrey froze as she saw the contents. A set of golden necklaces, one with a thick rectangle centered on the chain and another with a thin rectangle. She read the tag and stared in disbelief. Thick and thin, because Audrey and Cora are supposed to be friends through thick and thin. Audrey froze. She knew with startling certainty who the mystery person was. So now we know it is most likely her friend Cora, who she thought was really mad at her. So let's check out what we got for day number 9. Here we go. So I feel like we kind of have a good idea of what it's going to be, and that's why I was able to resist the urge to open everything, because a lot of the times, especially because these writers are writing for the gifts versus the other way around, where Once Upon a Book Club is finding gifts to go along with a pre-written novel. We knew what it would be like. So this is actually a really cute little makeup bag that looks like a library card. I thought that was adorable. And then of course, and it's printed on both sides. I don't know how like vintage it looks, right? But I guess that's like these days they don't even use library cards. But of course inside it also has those added gifts, I'm assuming. So it says, through thick and thin pendants, when the stakes of the mystery were more important than ever, it was her turn to do the same for her best friend, through thick and thin, Once Upon a Book Club. So I think that's cute. I love that they do the little backer cards with a quote from the little story. What if this was a fun gift, I think, to write for? I feel like it's not as fun to write for the included novels. So this is what this looks like. And there was a young adult variation of the book as well, where it was just the only difference was the 4 books that were included. All the other gifts were the same. So if you wanted the young adult books as well as the adult books, because I got the adult version, you could just buy the books by themselves, so you didn't get duplicates. But of course you could have bought the entire box as well. So this was actually really cute. So we got some, they do have little extenders on them, and they're very simple jewelry. For like a lot of the times I'm sort of disappointed with the jewelry that we get in book subscriptions or boxes like this, because obviously there's multiple gifts. They can't be super high quality, but these are simple enough that I actually think they would look nice together, or it's a nice take on a friendship necklace instead of the 2 broken hearts, you know, like the 2 halves of hearts. I thought this was a really cute interpretation, and I do think this makeup bag, even though it's just 1 layer, it doesn't have like a nice white clean layer on the interior like a liner, is really darn cute. And that's a cute bookish gift that I am personally into. So I thought that was a really good day for day number 9. But let's talk about our other gifts from our other 3. By the way, you guys, I think that our candle, I'm missing the little top for this one as well. And our candle this time around, I think, you guys, based on like the order of the list, I think this is ginger spice. And it smells like gingery spice to me, because our last one was candied cranberry. So, and it's definitely not peppermint stick, and we're getting towards the end, but I do really love these. So, and I can actually smell them a lot of the times before I even light them. So that's why I kind of forgot that I had not shown it to you yet. All right, you guys. So for our YSM designs for day number 9, we got a little candy cane drawer. Let's see what we've got. Inside we have our cute little heart that tells us a little message from Juliana telling us what we got for the day. It says, this paperclip chain necklace, ooh, I love paperclip chain necklaces, I think they're really pretty and elegant, is a classic. Wear it by itself for a minimalist everyday look, or layer it with other necklaces. So she's given us, I think, 3 different chains. One was like a really snaky, beautiful herringbone one. One was more of a rope chain. And here is our classic paperclip chain, which just looks awesome. You can clip a pendant on these, but I just think they look really nice layered. You could definitely layer them with some of the other necklaces that we have gotten in this subscription. By the way, this box, excuse me, she does have a subscription. I just have it on the brain because I'm hoping to review that as well here on the channel. But this jewelry box, this 12-day box, you guys, is on sale right now for $209. It was originally $250, and I have some codes for you in the description box below that will allow you to get it for even less. So check that out. That's so pretty. That's such a pretty necklace. I totally love it. You can see how it's alternating, where there's little notches in some of the paper clips, some of the links, and there are some that are just slick and smooth, so it's going to really catch the light in a neat way. So really, really pretty. I think that's awesome. All right, guys, so that was our YSM Designs gift for day number 9. And now we are on to our 11 Nights in BIRDMOSS, which this one was kind of interesting. So I pulled it out of the little pie wedge back here, and we got this. And we got some pretty embroidery thread. So I was like, I need the instructions for this one. So of course we got it. It is a basket kit. It says weave a diminutive basket with this simple kit. Hold an intention during the weaving process to quicken the final product. Fold the feet inward to create a crease. Tie or wrap the end of the green floss around 1 foot and begin weaving in and out. Weave tightly enough that the feet point upward. When the basket is covered, wrap floss backward to secure a few feet to secure, and finish the basket by folding the toes inward to lock in place. So you guys, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. She does have an image of it, but like that's one of those things where I'm just gonna have to read it a little bit more carefully to figure out how to do it, but maybe you guys know. So it's like tie or wrap, fold the feet inward to create a crease, right? And then tie or wrap the end of the green floss around 1 foot and begin weaving in and out. Weave tightly enough that the feet point upward. When the basket is covered, wrap floss backward through a few feet to secure and finish by folding the toes, the little toes, inward to lock in place. I have no idea how to do that, so I'll have to look at a tutorial. But here is our poem that goes along with on the opposite side of the card. Weaving. The sparrows' nests are haphazard things, twig-studded, dripping grasses and yarn. You find an intricate pleasure in tucking the ends inward, twining a round cup to offer your thanks. She makes it so magic, but I do like getting a little craft if I can figure it out. So I'm just gonna have to sit with it a little bit longer and maybe find some diagrams. Hopefully there are some over on the website. Let me know if you got this box and if you figured this out, because I would love to hear how you figured it out. Our final gift for today is number 9 from BAMBLU, which is, I don't think they have a subscription box. Like I said, this was the last minute addition for me because I thought it'd be nice to have a self-care box, and it seemed like they had it was really a lifestyle box where there was a big variety of items. I'm not seeing my little card in here, so hopefully it's wrapped in here. Usually there is a little card that tells us about the item, and this time around, you guys, I don't see it. So I don't see it in there. Let me see if I can open the other side. Could have fallen out in the big brown box, but usually we do have a nice little product card, and this time around we did not get it, but it looks like a satin pillowcase. So let me just go ahead and open this up. And we know what satin pillowcases are good for. They're good for your skin and your hair. And this one does look like it has something embroidered on it, which I'm not super thrilled about. It says sleep well, and then you guys know we've got that classic BAMBLU branding. So here is what that looks like. So it's just on the one side. It says sleep well. It's a little bit more subtle than it has been with a lot of the other items where it was just emblazoned. Of course, they had to do that because you don't want to have that rough texture of the embroidery where your face is going to go. I do like the really soft blue color. I do like this nice cream colored satin. I'm not a huge fan of the script or especially the branding, and that's been the fault of, I would say, 2 or 3 of the BAMBLU items so far. It's usually the best when it's like made by someone else or they just forego that, but it does feel like pretty good quality. I'm a little bummed that I can't tell you a little bit more about it. It does say that it is 100% satin. I know a lot of you like to take these to travel with. It would have been nice if it had like a little travel bag to go along with it for that purpose. And you guys know I get a lot of satin pillowcases in different boxes because they are so great for your hair supposedly, but I like things like that to come in sets because obviously most of us have more than one pillow on our beds, and it would just be nice if they all matched, right? So even if one was like not satin, it was actually bamboo, right? Because this is from the BAMBLU box. That's what I would have really liked to have had, was a bamboo pillowcase to go with my other bamboo pillowcases. I don't know. What do you guys think? So this was kind of like a dark horse box for me. It was kind of really proving me happy. I was really enjoying it for the first few days, and then there have been a couple like more disappointing days. That one is not like disappointing. I don't mind the branding as much. It's not as big as it has been on some other items like the ornament, which like I'm never going to use that ornament. But I think it could be because I don't have the product card, but it is also because I would like to see their actual BAMBU items more in this. But you guys let me know what your favorite was for today. If you enjoyed this video, if you are enjoying this series, please give this one a thumbs up. It will help me out quite a bit, and I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.